Just camping at a particular campsite. There's some like soldiers.
Got machine gun, right?
Yeah, got machine gun running around, like coming out from the bushes one.
You're looking at a couple that planned a road trip from Singapore to Portugal in a $16,000 camper van. Their 2-year-long adventure all started with one crazy idea.
The crazy idea came from her lah, of course, yeah.
So basically this guy, right, he bought a van in like South America and then his goal was to drive all the way to North America.
Hi, I'm Ben. This is Alaska, the famous Peruvian explorer. Welcome to the Combi Life family.
And when I saw that, I showed him that and I said, I also want to do. I never realized that the message that I put out was that to him lah, it sounded like if you don't go, that's the end of it. So I just fight with him like, you know, like, you want to go on, why you copy all this thing now? But I don't mean it that way, but he said like, wow, if I don't go with her, maybe I should go alone. So like now I look back, I think like, yeah, thank you.
So was it one conversation or like how?
I think over a couple of times. Yeah.
I'll say maybe 1 year.
Yeah, over a year.
Yeah.
We kind of enjoy traveling quite a fair bit, and we just wanted to do something before we get really old.
First up, buying their mobile home. After doing a ton of research and reaching out to other seasoned van lifers for tips and advice, they bought an $11,000 van and transformed it. But before they embarked on their journey, life, as we know it, hit them with their first roadblock.
When we were about to leave, he got like a very big promotion. And then I think he's super stressed. He like, walao, like now I gotta give up these whole things, yeah, you know. And I didn't realize that he was carrying that kind of thoughts that like, hey, I'm doing this for you, no, you can't see, but he never say out.
At which point did you tell your family?
We just rode with it, then they just like slowly realize, yeah, you know, then
Ah,
like,
you left your job?
yeah. Oh, then they accept, you know, like slowly.
Then after that, drag 1 more year.
Their journey started out in Desaru, Malaysia, and the couple first headed north towards Mersing. Armed with 22 pieces of clothing and a bunch of portable home appliances, their trip was unforgettable, to say the least.
So we were driving through like this like really ulu
Mountainous area
kampong area. Suddenly just started smoking out lah, and then we came down and then we like tried to ask for help.
So in the end, we go to the nearby workshop. Then after that, this old uncle was just following us lah. He turned out to be a really nice guy. He realized that our car got problem, right? Then he just wanted to offer us a place to stay.
He feed us
and all lah.
Oh, like I have a video, he's like climbing the tree to pluck the fruits for us, like really high.
And then when we're leaving, he still cried.
Yeah, he and his wife.
Yeah, he and his wife cried.
I think from that incident, we really like cross over to the other side and say like, oh my god, this kind of love is possible.
Yeah.
So do you have like his contact or?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we
he will
do.
call us from time to time when we're in Thailand, so yeah.
Yeah. In Malaysia, there was a particular incident that I think it's kind of like
scary
lah. We were like just camping at a particular campsite. There's some like soldiers.
Got machine gun, right?
Yeah, got machine gun running around, like coming out from the bushes one.
Then he was like, okay, let me go and find out. Then I just wake up, huh? Why me go find out? You die outside, I also don't know, you know. He told me, they say they are police.
Yeah.
And they say they want to see our passport. Then I'm like, huh? How you know they really police or not?
They say, you don't hear dangerous. Here got a lot of smugglers. So I say got a lot of people running around here and like, so those were not soldiers.
They were actually very hostile at first.
Yeah.
Then after that we tell the story, blah blah blah, and then after that they suddenly like, okay, it's very dangerous here, don't park here.
Ask us to park nearby at some resort.
The chalet, resort there, and then shake our hands, sorry, then they went.
So along the way, we tried to meet up with people that we know are also traveling. They were traveling backwards, you see. So they were sharing like the experience that they had with us lah, because we are driving up.
Yeah, we haven't gone there yet.
We haven't gone there. I think we are very lucky also lah. We got a lot of good help like along the way.
Lucky lah. Once we were in Malaysia and then we wanted to go to the beach, and then after that we were parking at where everybody was parking. So it's on the sand. Then finally play finished already, come back, and then we realized that the vehicle was stuck. We couldn't move. Before we can even realize what's going on, and like before we can even ask for help, this family walked past lah. And then they just like never even asked them, but they just kind of offer and then just try to help us push lah. Without us knowing, they went to ask for help around the beach. And then the next thing we turn around, we see like, oh my god, like 30 men coming towards our van and like trying to help us lah.
562 days later, Martin and Jacinda ended up in Chiang Mai, Thailand. The year was 2020. COVID hit and they had little choice but to return to Singapore. Despite having to cut their road trip short, the adventure had been nothing short of life-changing.
I think personally, I feel like after the trip, it feels more refreshing lah. I think it's like more energized, really. I'm quite bad with like family relationship lah. Like don't really spend a lot of time with my parents. But now I think like ever since we moved out and came back from the trip, I think we start to like value that a little bit more. Like I will call my mom and dad once in a while, have like dinner, yeah, things like that.
I think I learned a lot about like being compassionate and like generous. Honestly, I tell you, because I'm so fixated on the van trip, right? How I wanted to be in the moment, be in the present. I want to go here, I want to explore this, I want to go there, I want to explore this. I never really care whether he drive until I want to die or not. So then coming back during the circuit breaker, a lot of time to think, right? Then I realized like, wow, never do my part, you know. Yeah, I never appreciate him. I never appreciate him, really. So like
I think
now,
we learned that during the trip lah, like how to appreciate like everything. I think it's a lot of hardship also, right? Because like every day, I mean, minus the driving, there's still a lot of other things that we have to go through together. So you just learn to be a lot more patient with like everything around. So I think those are like things that we learn about each other lah, along the way as a couple, yeah.